Welcome to August. As we head deeper into the summer months, the bigger indie game releases start to dry up a bit, but that leaves space for some more unusual titles to step into the spotlight. With that said, let's head into the selection for August. We start with Irawuka Aria, an anime visual novel. I took a look at the demo for this title during the February Steam Next Fest, and I was intrigued by the setting. You play as a young girl called Ichiko, with no future to look forward to, who finds herself working as a maid to the Irawuka household. You soon learn that not everything is as it seems, with most mysteries connected to the heir Aria. As you play through the game, the lives of Ichiko and Aria begin to blur, and you need to help both girls take back control of their own lives. As you would expect from a narrative game, there are multiple endings, 9 in total, and choices to make that will affect the outcome of your story. The art of Irawuka Aria plays a key role in building a sense of place and giving context to the story, with the use of watercolour and pencil sketches giving the game a striking look. All in all, it's a title that shows a good amount of promise and will hopefully provide a memorable experience to those who partake in it. Irawuka Aria arrives on PC and Nintendo Switch, August 14th. CRPGs have seen a bit of a resurgence over the last 10 years or so, one that has been given another boost by the success of Baldur's Gate 3. There are a wealth of indie devs looking to create their own worlds for players to adventure in, and the latest to attempt that is Indiegames with Shrouded Aspect. This game's USP appears to be its Celtic setting, which hopefully the game will use to its advantage. You play as Bertha, a girl on a desperate quest to uncover the truth behind a deadly plague that ravages the land, consuming entire villages. With tactical turn-based combat, a party to build, choices to make that affect the outcome of the story, and multiple endings, Shrouded Aspect looks to tick all the genre boxes. This game might not appeal to those who are only CRPG curious, but for anyone who is deep into the genre, this game may provide an engaging experience. Shrouded Aspect comes to PC August 12th. Tiny Bookshop is a cosy management game that has you retreating from your former life to set up a tiny bookshop by the sea. You will stock the bookshop with different books, set up in scenic locations in order to attract customers, and decorate the bookshop in the way you want to. Maybe you want plants everywhere, or perhaps a moody and romantic atmosphere is more your scene. Each item has an effect on your customers and can introduce new mechanics. Ultimately, you need to recommend the right book to the right customer, so befriending the quirky cast of customers in Boxtonberry is a must. Outside of selling books, you can explore the town, collect items and discover secrets. It is very much a title that aims to slot right into the cosy section of the indie games world. Tiny Bookshop opens up onto PC August 7th. Next up is turn-based tactics game Inkshade. From watching the trailer, your first thoughts will no doubt be, this looks a bit like Inscription. And the game clearly takes inspiration from Dan Mullin's title, especially with regards to presentation. It has the same slightly oppressive and dark feel. There is also the locked room system that both games have in common. However, in Inkshade you are not playing a deck builder. Rather, you control wooden pieces on a board which take part in turn-based battles. Your goal is to defeat the game's master, and to do so you must follow the tried and tested method of failing, upgrading your pieces and failing once again until you become powerful enough to prevail. As you solve more puzzles, you will get access to different kinds of pieces which could prove pivotal in achieving victory. As I said at the top, it's very Inscription coded, which will both work in the game's favour and against it, depending on how you felt about that game. Either way, it is good to see someone try and build upon that title and make something of their own. Inkshade spills onto PC August 14th. Time for something a bit different. Welcome to Texnoplazm, a gun-fu action first-person game centred on the 3 intertwined movesets of punches, ranged weapons and firearms. Fight through the Gothic metropolis using your enemy's weapons against them in increasingly elaborate acrobatic ways. You will be able to seamlessly switch styles during fights in order to blend together your combat skills and mobility for imaginative takedowns. It sounds and looks quite similar to the work of Greylock Studio, makers of Echo Point Nova, but with that classic retro shooter look to it. If developer Mothership loudspeakers can nail the feel and flow of the combat, then this game could end up being a bit of a gem. Texnoplazm hits Steam Early Access August 4th. Next up is Journey. Sword of the Sea. Looking at the game, you can see why someone might make that mistake, especially as it involves the artist who was behind the art in Journey. Sword of the Sea is an atmospheric surfing adventure with fast movement that is inspired by classic skateboarding games. Riding on your hover sword, you must build momentum to reach top speed, which will allow you to pull off flips, spins and grab tricks, using the world as your surf park. As the Wraith, you have been resurrected in the desolate necropolis on a quest to unveil the ancient sea buried beneath the land. You'll be able to transform the barren lands into glittering emerald water, which will let you surf across sandy deserts, glacial mountains and many other environments. Due to the art, the game has a very striking look to it, and it seems like the gameplay is going to do more than just ape how Journey felt. A game then that will most likely both delight and soothe. Sword of the Sea surfs onto PC and PlayStation 5, August 19th. Quartet is an RPG that is inspired by the classics of the 8 and 16-bit era. The game sees 8 different characters' lives intertwine over the course of 4 different stories, hence the title Quartet. These stories are playable in any order, which is a nice way to approach things. Combat is turn-based in nature and revolves around switching characters in and out. When they enter the battlefield, they will take their turn immediately, and whilst off-screen, they will regenerate AP at an enhanced rate. Your goal then is to create a never-ending stream of attacks on enemies, never allowing them to get a hit in. Exploration is another big part of the game. Climbing ropes, traversing dangerous cliffs, and discovering hidden paths will reward you with new equipment with which to kit out your party members, and will allow you to experience more of the lovely pixel art. Quartet is a title that no doubt is looking to tap into a feeling of nostalgia, but with the more unusual combat system, it is also looking to branch out a little more. Quartet comes to PC and Nintendo Switch, August 26th. From one RPG with lovely art to another in Artist Impact. Here you play as Arcane, exploring vibrant locations and taking part in battles with simple yet fluid combat. Exploring a post-apocalyptic world, the game has streamlined mechanics that hope to offer a smooth and relaxing time that is tailored for a more story-rich, single-player experience. The mix of pixel art and hand-drawn comic stylings are certainly a big draw, alongside the more relaxed nature. My one concern is that I heard the combat is perhaps a bit too easy and inconsequential, which is a fear when trying to make an RPG with less friction. Hopefully the developers can find the right balance, as the idea of playing a relaxing RPG rather appeals. Artist Impact releases on PC August 7th. Our penultimate game for August is Discounty, a game ostensibly about running a discount supermarket. Stepping into the town of Blomkest, your aunt has asked you to manage the local store. To do so, you must buy fixtures and supplies and staff the supermarket. Make sure you run the items through the till correctly, otherwise you could end up making a loss, or losing customers. However, not everyone will be happy to see you succeed. So get to know the townsfolk, build trust and make deals to help grow your business, all the while discovering the various secrets that the town has hidden away. You could say it's a fairly standard game in terms of the gameplay loop, but from my time with the demo, I found it to be rather charming and it injected some uniqueness into the standard gameplay elements. Discounty finds its way onto all the consoles and PC August 21st. Finally for August is my pick of the month. Supraworld is the sequel to the inventive first-person Metroidvania game Supraland. Much like that title, this sequel carries on with the same physics-based mayhem and problem-solving, with puzzles that can be tackled in a variety of fun and wild ways, using skills you unlock as the game progresses. One of the big additions for Supraworld are the detective cases. In these, you are left to deduce who you think committed each of the 5 murders, and are free to lock up whoever you think is the culprit. Supraland can be hard at times, as the game leaves you to your own devices and contains some fiendish puzzles. Developer Supra Games has promised more of the same for the sequel, and no doubt the same wacky and irreverent strand of humour will be running throughout. Supraland was one of my favourite games of 2019, and is still very much a hidden gem. Hopefully with Supraworld, the series can find a wider audience, as there is a lot to love about these games. Supraworld enters Steam Early Access sometime in August. That does it for August. I hope there were some games in this list that you were looking forward to. Let me know in the comments below which are your favourites and anything you think I might have missed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps me out and I appreciate anyone who takes the time to do so. Maybe check out some of my other videos which you can find linked on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.